Success does not begin with action. It begins with awareness. The awareness that what you've been told about success, about effort, about image, about statuses, often a polished lie wrapped in ambition. They taught you that success is measured by applause, that if others approve, you must be winning. But here is the truth no one teaches you. The crowd will cheer your destruction if it looks entertaining, and it will ignore your growth if it happens in silence. They do not tell you that success is not glamorous, that it is lonely, that it demands an emotional discipline most people will never develop, that the real cost of success is not time, its identity. Because to rise, you must shed the skin of who you were taught to be. Sometimes, doing what matters means saying no to what's popular. Stay focused on what you believe in, even when others don't understand yet. And no one warns you. That trade will break you open before it builds you whole. Don't wait for others to notice your progress. Just keep growing quietly. True success doesn't need an audience, it just needs consistency. This is the paradox. This is the war. The ones who win it are not the loudest or the most talented. They are the ones who learn to walk alone without bitterness, who face rejection without losing integrity, who can be ignored and still choose to shine. Most people never reach success because they are addicted to being understood. But no one changes the world without first being misunderstood. Your clarity will offend the confused. Your peace will irritate the chaotic. Your self-respect will look like arrogance to the insecure. And the sooner you stop needing their validation, the sooner you'll find your freedom. Our thoughts make us what we are, not our titles, not our achievements, not our bank accounts. You are not your resume. You are not your image. You are not your following. And you are what you believe about yourself when you are alone, when there is no one to impress and nowhere to hide. The ones who reach true success are those who rewrite their inner script first, who look at the mirror and declare, "This is who I am, not who the world demanded me to be." No one teaches you this. Your energy is your resume. Your peace is your power. Your consistency is your character. People will follow what they feel, not what they're told. You can have the perfect pitch, the polished brand, the most convincing message, but if your energy carries insecurity, fear, or desperation, the world will feel it before you speak. Success is not about what you do when everyone's watching. It's about what you refuse to do when no one is. Will you stay disciplined when it's inconvenient? Will you choose honesty over comfort? Will you keep your soul intact when your dreams are within reach, but compromise is the shortcut? This is the cost no one talks about. The inner integrity required to hold success when it finally arrives. You think people are watching your actions. They're not. They're watching your alignment. Your alignment between values and voice, between vision and behavior, between your words and the quiet way you treat people who have nothing to offer you. And alignment cannot be faked. It must be forged through reflection, through humility, through thousands of invisible decisions that you make long before success ever knocks on your door. Most people chase a version of success that will destroy them because they have never taken the time to ask, "Who am I becoming in this pursuit?" But you are willing to slow down, to silence the noise, to listen deeply to the whisper of your higher self. You will begin to realize that success is not a destination. It is a mirror, and it will reflect back to you either your power or your pain. No one teaches you that emotional resilience is the foundation of everything, that the ability to stay calm in chaos is more valuable than a degree, that learning to breathe through judgment, to smile through misunderstanding, to stay kind through betrayal, these are the marks of someone who is not just chasing success, but embodying it. Only you can bring peace to yourself. And that peace is not found in achievement. It is found in mastery. Mastery of your reactions, mastery of your focus, mastery of your inner world. This is what success really means: to rise without rage, to evolve without ego, to build without breaking others, to speak without harming, to lead without dominating, to win without needing someone else to lose. And here's what no one tells you: success is slow. It is unseen. It is boring. It's showing up day after day when the motivation is gone. It's choosing the hard right over the easy wrong. It's saying no when the whole world is saying yes. It's trusting your path when there are no signs, no fans, and no proof, just a vision that won't let you sleep. No matter what happens, always be yourself. Because if you succeed by pretending, you will have to keep pretending to stay successful. And that is not success, that is performance. A soul on a stage, clapping for its own prison. Real success feels like freedom. It feels like peace in your chest, even when the world outside is loud. It feels like looking in the mirror and being proud of what you didn't compromise to get here. So take the longer road, the quieter road, the one that demands character, the one that doesn't promise instant applause. Take the road that strengthens you before it rewards you, that humbles you before it elevates you, that strips away the noise so that only your truth remains. Because that truth, that's your legacy, not your trophies, not your reputation, not your status, your truth, the way you make people feel, the way you hold yourself in storms, the way you lived, really lived with honesty, with purpose, with heart. And that is the success no one teaches you, but it's the only one worth chasing. You were not born to perform for a paycheck. You were not placed on this earth to play a role that silences your soul. Real success isn't about impressing others. It's about being proud of who you are, even when no one's watching. Focus on becoming someone you admire, not just someone others praise. Because if your success costs you your peace, your joy, your time, your integrity, your relationships, or your health, it isn't success. It's self-betrayal, wearing a tuxedo. And still, the world will celebrate it. They will call you a winner. They will clap for your exhaustion. They will admire your burnout and mistake it for greatness. They will worship the hustle and ignore the damage. But you must be wise enough to see through the illusion, to know that real success feels like alignment, not adrenaline. That real wealth is having a life you don't need to escape from. That real achievement is waking up without anxiety about who you're becoming. They told you to dream big, but they never told you that your dreams would offend the small-minded, that you will outgrow people, that some of your deepest breakthroughs will be met with silence, not support, that you will have to let go of comfort, of belonging, even of family at times, not because you stopped loving them, but because you finally started loving yourself. And growth makes people uncomfortable, especially those who benefit from your limitations. Here's another truth no one teaches you. Your environment is louder than your willpower. You can have the strongest mindset, but if you surround yourself with the emotionally lazy, the unambitious, the toxic, and the drama-driven, their gravity will pull you down. Not all at once, but drip by drip, until you're no longer rising, just rationalizing. You don't owe anyone your potential. You don't owe anyone your future. And loyalty to the wrong people is the fastest way to betray your purpose. Be careful where you spend your time and with whom. Every conversation can either lift you up or wear you down. Surround yourself with people who bring out the best in you. If someone always drains your energy, maybe it's time to step back. And if someone encourages your growth, make sure to keep them close. Success isn't just about what you do. It's also about who's walking beside you. You don't have to do everything alone, but you do have to choose wisely. And most people spend their lives bankrupting their brilliance by trying to belong in places their soul outgrew years ago. You cannot reach your highest level while surrounded by people committed to staying low. If you want to move forward, you may have to let go of certain routines and even certain people. Not everyone will understand your growth, and that's okay. Some people are meant to be part of your past, not your future. Don't hold yourself back just to stay comfortable. Keep learning, keep improving, and trust that the right people will support your progress. Some people are chapters, some are lessons. And the hardest part of growth is realizing you were never the problem. You were just the one who outgrew the pattern. Don't shrink to be understood. Don't dim to be accepted. Don't delay your destiny for the comfort of familiarity. You weren't born to blend in. You were born to break patterns. And that's the real war. Not with others, but within. The war between the version of you that's safe and the version of you that's free. Because every time you step forward, your past will scream louder. Your fears will claw back. Your comfort zone will seduce you. But listen to me carefully. Fear is the lie that success exposes. The closer you get to becoming who you're meant to be, the louder your doubts will become. That's how you know you're on the right path. Not because it's easy, but because it costs something. Most people are stuck, not because they're incapable, but because they keep negotiating with excuses. They keep blaming time, blaming life, blaming other anything but their own decisions. And no one teaches you this truth. Success begins the moment you stop waiting to feel ready. No one is coming to save you. No moment is going to hand itself to you. You must create the momentum yourself. Build when it's hard. Move when it's uncertain. Show up when no one's clapping. Your discipline must become your faith. You will be tempted to pause every time you feel unseen. But growth is invisible before it becomes inevitable. You'll question your value when validation is scarce. But your value is not up for debate. It is not set by metrics or mirrors. It is declared by how you carry yourself when no one is watching. That quiet confidence, that inner vow, that sacred decision to rise without applause. That is the truth about success that no one teaches you. It's a lonely road until it's not, a confusing climb until you see the view, a painful process until you realize you were never building a brand. You were building a backbone, and the strength you forged in silence will one day speak so loud that the world won't have a choice but to listen. You want to know what separates the people who almost make it from the ones who actually do. It's not talent. It's not luck. It's not some magical timing or secret opportunity. It's the grit to keep going when no one is clapping. It's the resolve to show up when doubt is louder than hope. It's the ability to be relentless in silence, to keep planting, keep building, keep becoming, even when no one's watching, even when the results are invisible. Because that's the part no one teaches you. Success is not loud. It's not sexy. It's not always inspiring. Most of the time, it's boring. It's you versus you, every day, in the quiet, with nothing but your vision and your standards. It's waking up and deciding again, I will not betray the future I know I'm capable of. And that decision, that's where greatness begins. Not with goals, not with excitement, but with a quiet, daily, unshakable refusal to quit. Most people can stay motivated for a week. Few can stay consistent for years. Most people love the start. Few can endure the middle. But those who stay, who evolve, who adapt, who keep sharpening, even when no one asks for the blade, they are the ones who one day walk into rooms that once rejected them and own the floor. But no one teaches you that success is more subtraction than addition. You won't get there by doing more. You get there by removing what doesn't belong, the distractions, the people-pleasing, the excuses, the habits that numb instead of nourish. You'll have to unlearn your dependency on chaos, your addiction to drama, your desire to be liked. You'll have to stop explaining your evolution to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. You'll have to stop apologizing for wanting more, for needing peace, for choosing solitude over noise. You'll have to protect your mental clarity like it's sacred because it is. Your peace is your productivity. Your boundaries are your lifeline. Your vision is your birthright, and not everyone deserves access to it. Success is not something you stumble into. It's something you build with intention, brick by brick, choice by choice. It is born the day you stop trying to impress and start trying to align with your values, with your purpose, with your inner compass that says, "This is who I am, and I will not trade that for applause." You don't need to impress everyone. Just be honest with yourself. When you focus less on appearances and more on doing the right thing, people notice. And more importantly, you'll feel proud of who you're becoming. And it's not loud. It doesn't need to be. That power radiates in how you carry yourself, in how you say no without guilt, in how you protect your mornings like sacred ground, in how you speak the truth even when your voice trembles, in how you leave when respect is gone, in how you forgive yourself for your old patterns and then do the work to never repeat them. Most people think the hardest part of success is competition, but often the biggest challenge is with ourselves, our habits, our excuses, our distractions. If you want to grow, start by being honest about what's holding you back. Maybe it's how you use your time. Maybe it's the people you listen to. Maybe it's doubting yourself too often. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to notice the patterns and take small steps to change them. Success isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters and doing it consistently. And this battle will not announce itself. It will show up in your laziness, your procrastination, your tendency to scroll instead of start, to vent instead of reflect, to avoid instead of address. And the only way to win is to get brutally honest about your habits, about your mindset, about the ways you keep betraying your own potential. Success shows up in the habits you build every day. If you bring patience, effort, and honesty, you'll see results that last. If you bring unresolved trauma, it will magnify it. If you bring insecurity, it will expose it. If you bring ego, it will eventually destroy you. But if you bring humility, discipline, clarity, service, then success will not just elevate you, it will transform you. True success isn't about titles or recognition. It's about how you treat people. It's about staying calm under pressure and kind under stress. It's the kind of strength no one can take away because it's built from the inside out. Even when the money dries up, even when the crowd forgets your name, it's the success that lives in your character, your habits, your legacy, the way you raised your children, the way you treated the stranger, the way you kept your integrity when no one was watching. That's real. That's rare. That's success. If you want success, don't wait for the perfect time. Start today. Do the small things. Keep your word. Stay focused on what matters. The best way to earn success is to become someone who's ready for it, not when someone gives you permission, but now, in the silence, in the struggle, in the places where you think no one is paying attention. Because life is paying attention, and it will not give you what you say you want. It will give you what you prove you're willing to handle. Because the truth about success that no one teaches you is this: it's not about being chosen, it's about choosing yourself. Again, and again, and again. Every time life tells you you're not enough. Every time you feel forgotten. Every time doubt crawls in through the cracks. Every time fear says, turn back. You choose yourself. You decide you're worth the fight. You decide your future is louder than your past. You decide to act like the person you haven't met yet but already know you are. And that choice, it rewires your life. It rearranges your reality. It calls in new people, new outcomes, new chances, not because the world changes, but because you do. Success is not luck. It's not timing. It's not privilege alone. It's alignment. It's devotion. It's grit with grace. And above all it is an inner decision to rise regardless of who claps, who doubts, or who disappears when you need them most. Most people don't fail because they weren't capable. They fail because they quit on themselves every time the pressure came. But the few who rise, they lean in. They use pressure as purification. They let the discomfort sculpt them. They let silence sharpen them. They let adversity anchor them. Because they know challenges don't defeat strong people. They help reveal just how strong they are. And maybe no one ever told you, so let me be the one who does. You are worthy. Not someday. Not once you prove it. Not once you're perfect. Now, as you are. But you must meet that worthiness with action, with discipline, with boundaries, with devotion. You must back your worth with work, and not just work that others see, but the invisible work, the emotional labor, the spiritual refinement, the daily sacrifices no one claps for. Because at the end of the road, you won't be asked how many likes you got. You'll be asked who you became. How many people breathed easier because of you? How many wounds you healed by choosing to heal yourself first? How many lies you stopped living in? How many times you told the truth even when your voice shook? And that, my friend, that is success. It is not handed to you. It is grown inside you. And when it's real, when it's rooted, it cannot be shaken. Not by failure, not by rejection, not by setbacks, because it lives deeper than those things. It's not in your title. It's in your tone. It's in your silence. It's in the way you walk into a room without needing to dominate, because your spirit already commands presence. So let the world chase noise. Let them build illusions. Let them edit their image until even they forget who they are. But you build something real. Build a mind that protects your peace. Build a voice that speaks from depth. Build a body that houses discipline. Build a spirit that refuses to sell its truth. And when the world finally sees you, because it will, you won't need the validation. You'll be too busy living in the reality you created. This is what they won't teach you in classrooms. This is what no mentor can do for you. This is the quiet path of self-authorship, of becoming someone the world cannot ignore, not because you're the loudest, but because you are the clearest. And clarity, my friend, is magnetic. So stand up now, dust off the doubt, release the need for perfect timing, and walk. Walk like someone who remembers who they are, like someone who answers to vision, not vanity, to purpose, not popularity, to integrity, not influence. Because at the end of it all, the greatest success is not being followed. It's being remembered for how you made people feel, for how you stood your ground, for how you stayed human in a world addicted to the mask. And that legacy? That begins today. When you choose yourself, not just once, but every single day, for the rest of your life. And when it's all said and done, when the dust settles, when the applause fades, when the room's empty and the lights go dark, there is only one question that echoes in the silence. Were you true to yourself? Not successful by their definition, not impressive in their eyes, but faithful to the fire that lived inside you from the beginning. Did you protect it? Did you feed it? Did you trust it when everyone else doubted? Because the world will try to sell you a script. But real success begins the day you stop acting and start living. So let your life become proof that quiet strength is more powerful than loud success. That sincerity can outshine strategy. That character will always outlast charisma. Be the one who stayed kind in chaos, who kept their word when it wasn't convenient, who rose without revenge, who led with soul. Because success is not the destination, it's who you become on the way there. And if you can look in the mirror war-torn, weary, real and say, I didn't fake it, I faced it, then you've already won. That's the truth no one teaches you, but it's the only one worth living.